Lawsuit. DOJ concealing records of Biden family payoffs with China and Russia. Now, if you can remember, with Jen Psaki said that they were asking about Hunter Biden and his dealings and stuff like that. She got snarky with the media and said, "Well, he doesn't work for the government. He doesn't work for the Biden administration." So, if that's the case, why is the DOJ concealing his records? But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store where I have I Will Not Comply t-shirts. So check that out as well. All right, let's talk about this news. A lawsuit claims that the Department of Justice is deliberately concealing at least 400 pages worth of documents that reveal the extent of the Biden family's business dealings with foreign companies in China and Russia. According to the Daily Mail, Colorado lawyer Kevin Evans filed his lawsuit with the DOJ in March of last year after he claims the department did not comply with demands of his Freedom of Information Act request for the records. Evans had asked for any documents related to, quote, any relationship, communication, gifts, and or remuneration in any forms between the president's son, Hunter, or brother, Jim, and China, Russia, or Ukraine. Again, he asked for Hunter Biden and his brother Jim. So, like, to go back to what Jen Psaki said, he does not work for the Biden administration. He does not work for government. So, if that is the case again, why is the DOJ withholding this information? Subsequently, government lawyers admitted in court that they are in possession of at least 400 pages of records that are, quote, potentially relevant to Evans' request, but have since backtracked and now say they can, quote, neither confirm nor deny that any such record exists. The next hearing in Evans' case will be this month in January. Evans said that he first filed his FOIA request in November of 2020, shortly after he first read about the numerous alleged business deals that the Bidens had with foreign companies. He claims that the Biden administration has stonewalled his efforts for nearly 2 years, which led to his lawsuit. Quote, they eventually produced about 60 pages of documents, but they're all letters from senators and congressmen asking about Hunter and letters from DOJ back, said Evans. Then towards the end of last year, they said, well, we have these 400 pages of potentially responsive documents. We need to review them. He goes on to say, I'm quite confident that they will move for summary judgment on privacy exemptions under FOIA in any effort to avoid having to produce these documents. But I don't think they should in this instance, particularly when they disclosed and put on the record that potentially responsive documents exist. The Biden family's foreign business dealings have already been well documented, despite Biden administration's efforts to cover them up. And you know I've been reporting on it for years since this stuff first started coming out. The most infamous example is Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, working for a shady Ukrainian energy company called Burisma Holdings, despite having no experience in energy. When the company came under investigation for corruption by Ukraine's prosecutor general Viktor Shokin, then Vice President Joe Biden pressured then President Petro Poroshenko into firing Shokin, or else Biden would withhold $1 billion in American aid to Ukraine. Shokin was ultimately fired, and Biden went on to publicly brag about his successful efforts to strong arm the Ukrainian government. And I'm bringing this up because this other story kind of relates to that, because we know that during the holidays, Biden went over to the Virgin Islands, and then right after he comes back, he goes to the Virgin Islands. they fired the attorney general of the Virgin Islands that was looking into the Ukraine. Looking into the Epstein dealings with J.P. Morgan and investigating J.P. Morgan. He has a history of threatening people that investigate. And I think more need to be looked into this. Joe Biden is one of the most corrupt, if not the most corrupt president we have ever had in American history. He is not ashamed of going in and bullying people that investigate him. So I wouldn't be surprised that the DOJ is doing his dirt for him and protecting his family. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out themarkrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.